Whilst I was fighting for my life through several incredibly hard times and devastating illnesses, I kept going to so-called experts and professionals in different fields in order to resolve my severe and unknown health issue. But as I deteriorated and sought out more and more experts, I came to realise how many of them had conflicting views and were just as clueless as me when it came to trying to figure out what was wrong with me. I did my own research on my illness and found that there were many subjects that professionals were completely ignorant about, and it was only my audacity to think for myself that ultimately fixed my debilitating health issue. I tell you this story because the same principle applies to every industry you can think of. Of course, having some expertise can make you more competent, but I've come to realise that the one factor that differentiates successful people from those who are mediocre is the ability of the individual to trust their own instinct and follow what feels right to them over following others. This channel will give you the insights necessary to think for yourself, and therefore the means to become successful. Common in our culture is the belief that it is almost impossible to make lots of money whilst doing something that you love to do. Pretty much everyone believes that it requires an enormous amount of hard work and luck in order to be successful. This channel has the intention of challenging these limiting beliefs in our current culture, so that you may attain what you need in order to master your life and ultimately feel fulfilled. In the current time, we find ourselves in a time of increasing automation in the job market, along with a surge in opportunities for creative works through various online platforms. This is slowly leading to the common cultural narrative of the past few decades of finding a stable career becoming obsolete. That's why, for those of us who feel we have a creative impulse to satisfy, it's key that we cultivate the tools necessary to not only survive, but thrive in such a world. Harmony is my attempt at forging a roadmap for you to use, so that you might find the courage and the means to pursue what you feel is meaningful whilst earning a living to support your lifestyle. I will do this by giving you the key concepts and by getting you to rethink your life so that you can build a better one. It's common for the older generations in the West to view the good life as finding a reasonable paying job, then doing the long hours you have to put in, then coming home to deal with logistical issues, then watching Netflix with your mediocre wife and repeating this 5 days a week all year for 50 years until you are too old and tired to carry out your job. This, in my opinion, is a less severe and modern form of slavery, as most people do not enjoy their jobs, yet spend most of their lives in these confined roles they are given by society. People are given slightly larger paychecks and more prestigious titles in order to create an illusion of progress in order to incentivise them through the system. We are not evolved to be crammed into such roles that society commonly designates to us, and so I'd like to make it my mission to give you the means to carve out your own path that feels natural and right to you. This move to a more natural existence will not only benefit you, but will also benefit those around you and society at large, because your overall productivity and happiness will skyrocket. Let's use the analogy of building your dream house to represent what I'm planning to achieve with my channel for our lives. Most people start building their house by advice that they get from their family, and by looking at all their friends' houses to copy their design. This leaves their houses with weak foundations, and an outcome that leaves them wanting. I don't want you to be like most people. The plan I have for your house is as follows. For you to really think about how you want your house to look like in the outcome. For you to plan out all the steps necessary to create each component of the house by drawing a detailed blueprint. For me to give you all the tools necessary for each part of the house, insofar as I can. For me to give you as many beautiful designs as I can for different parts of your house. For me to show you where most people make mistakes while they build so you can avoid them. For me to teach you why each component of the house is critical for the final design. For me to give you all the courage and inspiration I can for you to keep building even when your neighbours criticise you. For me to give you the chance to build your house far taller than any other around and to get a beautiful view from the top. For you to check your house from as many angles as possible to get a better picture of how it will look in the outcome. For you to inspire others to build like you, so that you can create beauty and profundity in others' lives too. My videos are distributed into 7 categories, each of which is a crucial component to building a beautiful life. The first of these being motivation, so that you may find the drive necessary to make changes in your life. Secondly, we have tools, so you may have the arsenal to execute these changes on a daily basis. Next, we have principles, so that you have the simple rules of thumb that you can go back to guide you through your life. After that, we have systems, so you may understand how key systems work to give important context and understanding of the world. The 5th category is perspective, so that you have as many diverse points of view and modes of thinking as possible. This will give you a broader toolkit and a richer understanding of the way things work. Second to last, we have wisdom. This is a key pillar in your development, so it will give you the profound insights necessary for knowing why you should change your life, and to revitalise it with newfound meaning. And finally, we have maps. This has the function of giving you a roadmap of what to expect, and what to do next as you make changes to your life for the better. I'll let you explore these for yourself in future. I plan to assimilate information from hundreds of books and various other sources, and sort them into these categories so that you can get the cream of the crop of this information in order to attain what you really need for the rest of your life. As I will cover in future videos, I have found through personal experience and through anecdotal evidence of others that life can be truly magical. Most people live at such a low state of consciousness that they are living at a mere 1 or 2% of their total capacity. In fact, it's likely there is no limit on our potential, as we can discover ourselves to be God through enlightenment and live in total bliss. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's for this reason that I believe this should be your main priority in life, whereas all the other things that are taken to be essential, like an intimate relationship, friends and a career path, I believe should be reconceptualized, so they are now viewed as secondary to your life purpose, because they don't offer any lasting fulfillment. In summary, harmony will be my creation with the goal of helping you build towards a beautiful vision for your life in a time of extreme uncertainty, so you can get what you ultimately desire from life. But also so we can minimise the unnecessary suffering in the world by changing ourselves through the insights I share through this channel. If that sounds good to you, welcome to my channel.